Hi, good day, good night, good evening, or depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I'm your girl Star, and today I'm doing a reading on somebody that I should have done a reading on a long time ago, considering that this guy is from my city and he is a Scorpio too. Like, why am I not paying homage? But I don't know. Things happen in the rightful timing, I guess. I don't know. So yes, today I'm going to be doing on Celebrity Psychic Readings. I'm doing a reading on Drake. He just dropped his album Views, which I haven't got a chance to listen to like everything yet. I've only listened to a couple songs, but by far what I've heard so far, like that's Toronto to a T. Like it's just the whole reggae influence, the whole Jamaican influence on the urban scene. It's really strong out here. So I was like, you know what? Good on you. I got to pay homage to the homie and actually do a reading on him. So again, if you wanted to get a reading with me, all the information is in the description box. You can hit me up on my House of Stars Facebook page, or you can hit me up on my email, and the readings are only $20 for 20 minutes. Okay, because I do see a couple people on other videos have been commenting and asking how to do it, so I just thought I'd put it in this video. If you are a new subscriber to the channel, welcome. Your presence is appreciated. So let's just get into it and not like drag this out, and let me get this reading on the go. So let me just tap into his energy. Amen. Okay, let's start off. Okay, so I have a picture. You guys can't see the picture, but I have a picture of Drake, like right behind this camera, so I can actually see him. Okay, so where I go look into his eyes? So Drake is born under the sun sign of Scorpio, and I think that because he's born under that sun sign, I can actually say that this guy is a Scorpio through and through. I feel like he's a very possessive person. He's very protective. And he can get a bit jealous when it comes to people infiltrating his territory. This doesn't necessarily have to do with romance. This also have to do with the friendships and the connections that he does have with people. He likes to always feel like he's in some kind of control, or has some control over the situation. He doesn't like surprises, or he doesn't like when things are going on behind his back. I feel like that's the reason why he keeps such a close tight knit around him, just for the simple fact is that he doesn't really trust people. He has major trust issues, and I don't blame him, considering the lifestyle that he lives and the industry that he's in. People don't love you for who you are all the time. They love you for what you are. So I see like he's very territorial. I feel like he's a person that he's very well-mannered. And this has been seen a lot, that he's a very well-mannered person, and he was brought up very well. So he has a great deal of respect when it comes to people. I do feel like he is very intuitive as well. He's a person that goes straight off of vibes and energy. So if he doesn't feel a good energy around you, he doesn't want you around. But he's definitely a person, what I sense from him is that he lives with the motto, like, I'd rather the devil I know than the devil that I know. You know what I mean? Because of that, I do feel like he does manipulate situations or manipulate people, because he knows how to get down to their level and match their vibration and take advantage of that. So I would say if you wanted to be a person that wanted to be around Drake or date Drake, you definitely have to have a strong sense of self, because he picks that up right away when you don't have it. I do feel like he is a very spiritual person. He's very much of a learner, and he's very assertive. He's a person that definitely follows rules, okay? And when I do say that, it's like he likes to know everything. He's very attentive. Like, he remembers anything you ever told him. Like, if you're a girl and you say certain things, he's the kind of person just sits back quiet, makes you talk your whole life out. Like, I feel like when you meet this guy, and you get comfortable with him, it's not that hard where he ends up finding out your secrets very quickly, because he just knows how to match to your energy where you are comfortable, and it just comes out, and then he acts accordingly. I do feel like, especially when it comes to money, finances, and things like that, he's very stable. But this is something that has been embedded in him from a very young age. And hence why I feel like regardless of how far he goes in his career, he's going to always be a successful person to have a lot of security around him. Just because he's very smart, he follows the rules, and he does a lot of research. And again, he has a lot of connections. A lot of his connections that he has, I don't feel like it necessarily has to do with just the industry alone. I feel like even in his family, you know, and people they know, that there's a lot of connections, a lot of protection around him. Not only with friends, but family. A lot of protection is around him. And you know, it senses, I feel like that's why he feels like he's a bit invincible, because he has a lot of people that are riding for him. I do feel like this person, even though he has this big hierarchy and he's like at the top of his industry right now, he doesn't really let it go to his head. He always knows that there's a time and a place, and he knows there's always going to be a time where that can be over for him. So I do feel like he's a person that is very extra careful, and he does cover his bases. He's very much really good at giving really good sound advice. I feel like when it comes to people that come around him or get around him, like, he knows exactly what to tell them or what not to tell them. You know what I mean? And that's because, and I guess, you know, even if his friends may not want to admit it, he actually knows them a lot better than they think they even know themselves. You know what I mean? Because he just pays that much attention. He's that attentive. When it comes to romance, I do feel like around him right now, like, I don't really feel like Drake is really wanting to settle down as of yet. He's a lover. Like, for example, if I was going to put this down into tarot card terms, he would be the Knight of Cups, which is like, he's a romancer, he's poetic, but you know how the Knight is. The Knight is only here for a night, and he comes in as quick as he comes out. So meaning it's like he will romance you, he will make you feel all the love in the world, like you are number one, but at the end of the day, he's always going to be on the go. So I don't feel like he's going to really settle down for some time. This is a downside for a person that loves love. You know what I mean? A person that loves love usually doesn't stay with one person at a time. They kind of just as it goes. So I don't really think that he's settling down really anytime soon. I got the number 33. So I'm thinking around that time, that's when he's going to want to settle down more and have kids and do all that. But for now, like, no, it's kind of like he has relationships with people where there is a common thing and is a respect thing across the board. But at the end of the day, I just don't feel like he's ready to like settle and put his feet concrete in somebody. Even if you even hear that he ends up dating somebody, like, I just feel like he's going to be just dating that person. It's like his head's not 100% in it. His head is more on business. As you know, like, there was a lot of success for the album Views, and I feel like there's going to be a lot more success. And I do see that, I believe that there's going to be some tour dates, if he's not already on the road already, that are going to be announced soon. I get a sense that there's going to be some kind of video. Of course, like, a video is going to drop, but I don't know if it's like a video, but I feel like it's almost like a movie or like a documentary of some sort that is going to end up dropping too. I do feel like there is some film coming up for Drake soon. So I do see that Drake will be offered to do a movie soon, because I do see movies and stuff like that is coming up. And also I see some documentaries that are coming up as well, that it's going to be affiliated with Drake. I know I feel like selling a house. I heard something about selling a house. I don't know if he's going to sell a house soon. When I say soon, between now and the next 5 months. But I do see something with selling a home and purchasing a home. I do feel like wherever he gets a home, I get the sense that he may get a home somewhere in Europe. So I'm thinking maybe he'll get a house in like England or something like that. But I do see him getting a house somewhere on that scene. Also, I think I saw this already, but I do feel him tapping him a lot into the whole UK scene. I don't know if he's going to end up signing an artist or something like that, but I do see him tapping into that European scene. Because I feel like, you know, when it comes to Toronto and the UK, we do have a lot of similarities when it comes to our culture and the culture within the urban scene. So I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen. I see something going viral, and then I saw Jimmy Kimmel, which is weird. So I don't know if it's like he does something with Jimmy Kimmel and it goes viral, but I see something with Jimmy Kimmel, and something of some sort going viral. But again, I do see a lot going on around him when it comes to music. I do feel like he wants to focus on his label when it comes to carrying the torch to different artists. So I do see that coming in for him more towards the end of next year, the end of this year. And it's most likely, obviously, I think it's going to be more P Rain. But I do see that coming up for him. I pick up a little boy around him. I don't know if it's like he has a secret child or there's somebody that's claiming that they have a child for him. But I do see a little child, which is a boy, that's around him. So personality-wise, what I could say about him is like, Drake has two faces, okay? He has a face when he's dealing with strangers, and he has a face when it comes to who he deals with close to him. So what I will say is like, it all depends on what side flip of the coin that you do get him on. But I don't feel like not everyone has the same thing to say about him. You know what I mean? I feel like he really does mean well when it comes to the people that he meets, but he's so overprotective over his heart. So if he can sense that you're going to try to screw him over, or you have, I wouldn't say like malintentions, but like you don't have the most kosher intentions for him, he'll fuck you over before you can fuck him over. So yeah, I do just see a lot of success around him. I do feel like somebody is entourage or somebody, there's going to be something with legal issues coming up too. It feels like it's around the show. So Drake, if you are watching this, be careful with fights. I do see some legal issues that could be coming up right then. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be him, but that just came up. So yeah, that's it. That was a clean and easy read. I don't know how much more I could say about Drake, but if you guys haven't already, I don't even know why I'm promoting this dude, but he's from my city and he wrote an album that, you know, displays shit of my city. So you guys better go listen to Views. I'm going to go listen to Views. And if you guys listen to it, like, drop it in the comment box. Again, if you want me to read on anyone else, if there's any certain aspects of them that you want me to tap into right now, I just kind of did a general cold read. So like if you want me to tap into maybe their spiritual side, tap into the romantic side. I know like I have talked about sex before. And then eventually I thought about it. I was like, that could be a little bit offensive, but I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very open when it comes to sex. And when it comes to sex languages and things like that. So I know for some people it's not the most comfortable thing, so I kind of kept it how it is right now. But if you have any questions, concerns, and if you want to get a reading with me, again, hit me up. I'm available and I'll try to work with you in your schedule and we can make something happen. So I do want to thank you so much for your time tonight and listening to me and rolling with me. And for those of you that just recently subscribed and those that have subscribed, tell somebody, share this channel, tell them about what I do. And thank you guys so much for the support. You guys, it means a lot to me. Like, you have no idea, like, how it feels to have you guys here that are supporting the videos and things like that. So I do want to thank you again for your time and rolling with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good night.